Let's go into the fundament of my family's relationship with the written word. In the Third Crusade in the 1300s, we were a British spies family cooperating in French and in German lines in Jerusalem. Over a 10-year period, we burned crops necessary for Saladin soldiers, earning us Pierre d'Outremont, the slur name from the Arabs, the coward. We managed to achieve a tactical objective victory, however, without open announcement and a loss of our own alleged allies. That would come to affect papal logic in Europe, that being the removal of the media barristered firm, commonly now called Freemasons, at the time called Arabists or Rosicrucians. Rosicrucians being the Catholic form. By burning crops, before we continue, we got Saladin to fast his own soldiers, Muslims, instead of alleged taxed captures and captives work for food. It remains a tradition to this day. We defeated Al-Tufna, which in Persian Farsi means the base. But going back to our achievement, Freemasons and Freemasonry is a cult whereupon a politician joining will be supported by media, both in print and, of course, in popular literature or sermon, where they're expected to support the businessmen, priests, artists, etc. financially by supporting the depiction they have as politicians and, of course, forcing it sometimes on their own supporters or nation. That's called a media barrister firm, always opposed in China, and since the Crusades under papal logic, Freemasonry now rejected as foolish on orders of England. Now, we were English-Kurds. Let's look at Saladin. He is a Persian-Kurd. Al-Tufna, for example, is a movement of false leadership on a Jacob's ladder-shaped set of literary references. On the surface, it seems to support us, Kurdish. This removes a modern media source, the first to report. However, it actually enforces a street logic against that media source. It is far more insidious. So let's look at how we spot what the target is. Under false leadership, the people they sent in to die or complete an objective. What was their goal? Let's not look at farm logic. A Leninist, a farmer cop, that's who is to benefit. In fact, it is who is harmed. What is the generalized person harmed and victimized by this group? Let's look at Al-Qaeda 9/11. All of these lawsuits, social repressions, movements, even suits in popular movements, regardless of whether or not they're the right or wrong thing, and the street underworld now getting precedence. They punish people who study books in libraries, actual paper print books in a building. Library nerds, people who don't want to play games or sports or gossip or fuck around. They spent their childhoods, and from poverty, they aren't harming the rich. These are men from poverty as children, hunting kids from poverty who like to read books young. That is non-referred information that is not within a easily feasible, manageable, or countermanded method of argument. In other words, it's works cited. Al-Qaeda wanted to establish an anti-collegiate culture, so you would have to analyze who does poorly at college. It's actually homosexual males seeking the attention of a heterosexual student from another state or another region of your country if you aren't in America. So who hires Al-Tufna? Which caliphate? Simple. The American South.